Yeah, yeah. In the ring we're lit, it's all about the fight.
Welcome to Boxing Profiles. I'm your host, Tony Prince. Hey guys, what's going on? Hey, look, listen, guys, I'm here today to talk a little bit about Turkish Al-Sheikh. Okay, him and his organization. And one of the things I want to talk about is I want to know, what is Turkey talking about and what is defined as running in the sport of boxing? No one has the right to dictate to a fighter how to fight inside the ring. You have two fighters in there. Both fighters are professional. Both fighters are supposed to know how to cut the ring off. Both fighters are supposed to be in shape in order to keep up with his or her opponent. This is the sport of boxing. Boxing has been around for hundreds and hundreds of years. So how is it that Turki Al-Sheikh could come in and put his narrative on boxing to say a fighter is running? Okay, did Muhammad Ali run in the ring? Did Pernell Whitaker run in the ring? Did Floyd Mayweather run in the ring? I mean, come on, guys. Let's call this what it really is. He is putting his own narrative on the sport of boxing, and what that is going to produce is going to produce a boring fight. Number one, here's why it's going to be boring. You're going to have two guys standing in front of each other just throwing punches. That sounds familiar to you? Yeah, it does. It's called the Tough Man Contest. So Turkey is looking at a boxing organization that has a tough man contest mentality is what he's looking at. Now, I don't know if Turkey's ever put the gloves on or laced the gloves up, which I don't think he did, because it shows a lot of inexperience when you're going to dictate to a fighter how a fighter should fight. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. So let me ask you a question, Turkey. So what happens if a guy continues to hold the guy? Now what are you going to say? That's the question, okay? Because that's exactly what's going to happen when a guy starts to be overwhelmed with punches. The person is going to start holding, and you're going to call it excessive holding, okay? Then what's the next thing? A person can't use their jab. The person can't do this. The person can't do that. What I'm saying is you're dictating to the fighters what they can and what they can't do in the ring, which is totally unfair, and it's biased. And if I was an American fighter, I would never, ever go to your organization and to fight. And the other thing that's out there, and I think this is just really crazy, and the craziness of it is this: if you are running, you get fired as the fighter. What? Does that mean he gets his pay at the same time? Does that mean that fighter get paid or not? Because, you know, over here in the United States, we have something that's called the Muhammad Ali Act. So that garbage that you want to do is not allowed in the United States, but you could do it over in your country over there. Because if I was a fighter, I would not, never, ever, no matter how much money you offer me, fight on your cards. If you're going to dictate to me and tell me how I should fight my fight, okay, how I should fight the championship rounds, you're completely wrong, and people need to speak out against that. So I'm speaking out against you and telling you you are wrong, and you need to let the fighters be themselves. You're going to like fighters the way they fight. You're not going to like some fighters the way they fight. But you don't have any right, just because you have money, to say what he or she can do inside the ring. And if anybody is going to agree with you, then there's something wrong with them. And here's why there's something wrong with them. Whenever you dictate something to somebody else, okay, that is not a boss. That's a little on the racist side when you say some stuff like, hey man, if you're running around the ring, you're fired. Dude, that's discrimination. Okay, and then how much of that is racism against certain styles of boxing? Think about that for a moment. You as a promoter, that's how you promote your business? That's just bad business from the beginning, okay? And then the big thing is this: these fighters are putting their lives on the line, and you mean to tell me you get to say whatever you want? But again, you could do that because that's your organization. You notice the WBC, the WBA, the IBF, and the WBO has never adopted that rule. I wonder why. Because it will ruin the sport of boxing. You know what, guys? I want you guys to watch this video from a great trainer, okay? Angelo Dundee. Watch this video and watch what a real boxer does when he is boxing. This is the real science of boxing. What Turkey wants is a tough man contest. All right, guys, that's all I got to say. Check out the video. I'll catch you in a minute. And remember something. You keep punching. Don't get punch drunk. I'm out. Deuces.
Number one is skill. It's all about skill, basically. When you start coming to real boxing. I'm not talking about no Sylvester Stallone shit. That shit they show on TV, that's bullshit. When you start talking about real boxing take real skill.
About 6 inches off the jab. Stick it and hook it. That's the punch. Shadow boxing is something I insist on with all my fighters. In training, they must shadow box 3 rounds before they go on to the heavier work, either sparring, heavy bag, light bag. They must shadow box. Shadow box is a very necessary thing with a fighter. In other words, they go through all the punches, preparations, even in the dressing room. Now, what Pink's doing right now, he's letting that jab go. A left jab. A fighter must have a jab. A fighter without a jab don't become a champion, don't become a good fighter. What he must do is stick. That's a ruler to me. Now, off of that jab, a guy can throw a good left hook. Stick and hook. There you go. That was a good one. Now, what Pink's got, he can block punches real well. But the whole idea is catch a punch, let a shot go. Counter punch. And you got to nail the guy. You notice the hand is closed properly, because if the hand is open, it becomes a slap. But all these things are impossible without footwork, because the guy's got to be in, out, come side to side, forward, back. Your legs take you there, the legs get you out of there. That's very important. The other thing is, none of my fighters are squared up. In other words, they put their body squared up. Square up, Pink. Show them what squaring up is. That's the worst thing you can do, because you catch a lot of punches. Now I'm going to show them how to slip and slide, Pink. Slip, over, slide, move over, bang, move over now, slide. Now you let your combinations go. Pop, pop, right hand, left hook, come up with shots. Let's see the uppercuts. All right. Uppercuts off the right hand. Let the right hand go, he slips it, come up with an uppercut. Now the other big thing is this. Pink, show them what you're not supposed to do, leave with your face. Show them what you're not supposed to do. Any fighter fights like that is going to get himself destroyed. Come on, Pink. Great. Now show the people out there how you block shots on defense. Pick and punch. Pick, bang.
Boxing, number one, is skill. It's all about skill, basically. When you come to real boxing, I'm not talking about no Sylvester Stallone shit. That shit they show on TV, that's bullshit. When you start talking about real boxing,